what's it all about, Henrietta?
It's something the dentist likes.
Oh. You see, we do not live in touch with intellectual things. Bob, being a dentist...
Oh, to be a dentist.
Don't you see anything more of that editorial writer? What was his name?
Lyman Eggleston?
Yes, Eggleston. He was in touch with things. Don't you see him?
Why, yes, but Bob doesn't like him very well.
Your husband does not like Lyman Eggleston. Mabel, are you perfectly happy with your husband?
Oh, come now, Henrietta. That's going a little strong.
Are you perfectly happy with him, Mabel?
Why, I suppose... Why, of course I am.
Are you happy, or do you only think you are? Or do you only think that you ought to be?
Why, Henrietta, I don't know what you mean.
This is what she means. Psychoanalysis. My work table groans with it. Books by Freud, the new Messiah. Books by Jung, the new St. Paul. The Psychoanalytical Review, back pages 250 per.
But what's it all about?
All about your non-conscious mind and desires that you know not of. They could be doing you a great deal of harm. Oh, yes. You could go crazy. Why, people are doing it left and right. You're dreaming. You're a hen.
Any fool can ridicule anything.
But, Henrietta, what does it all mean?
Oh, if Henrietta's going to start that.
It's like this. You want something, but you think you can't have it. You think it's wrong. So you try to tell yourself you don't want it. Your mind protects you, avoids pain by refusing to think the forbidden thing. But it's there just the same. It stays there, shut up in your unconscious mind, and it festers.
Sort of like a mental ingrowing toenail.
Precisely. The forbidden impulse is there, full of energy, which has simply got to do something. It breaks into your consciousness in disguise, masks itself in dreams, makes all sorts of trouble. In extreme cases, it drives you insane.
Oh.
But psychoanalysis has found a way of saving us from that. It brings into consciousness the suppressed desire which was causing all the trouble. Psychoanalysis is simply the latest scientific method of preventing and curing insanity.
It's also the latest scientific method for separating families.
Families that ought to be separated.
The Dwights, for instance. Mabel, you must remember them from your last visit. Helen was living in complete peace and harmony with Joe. She goes to be psychoanalyzed, gets psyched, and biff, bang, quick as you know, home she comes with an unsuppressed desire to leave her husband.
Why, how terrible. Yes, I remember Helen Dwight, but did she have such a desire?
Oh, it'd be the first she knew of it.
And she left him?
Yes, she did.
But what about her husband? Wasn't he good to her?
Oh, yes, good enough.
And wasn't he kind to her?
Why, yes, kind to her.
And she left her good, kind husband?
Oh, Mabel, left her good, kind husband. How naive. Forgive me, dear, but how bourgeoise you are. She came to know herself, and she had the courage.